to another episode of Watch Once Over. My name is Big E. Today we're going to be looking at the Selhor or or Selhor um, Vintage Diver, and this is the '05 Vintage Diver. This is a recreation of a diver that they had a long time ago. Apparently, this company is a older French company that has been revived. I don't know who owns it now, but you can pick this watch up at AZ Fine Time in the pre-owned section. Now, although this watch is in the pre-owned section, it has never been worn. As you can see, the plastic is still on there. And I'm going to start off with the negative of this watch, in my opinion, and then we'll go to the positive. Now, the first negative thing is I feel that since this is a diver watch, I don't know if it's ISO rated. Okay, I don't know that, and I couldn't find the anything for the ISO rating in the literature. So I don't know. All I know is it's a 200-meter dive watch. So I guess that would be sufficient for most what people do. But I couldn't find anything like that it was officially tested. Okay. The second thing is that the loom. Now let's get right at this, and we're going to do a loom shot. It does have like an acrylic bezel, 120 click, and it has loom on the hands, and it has rather small loom plots for a diver. Now I understand it's a vintage diver, but whenever you're recreating something, I think that you should sometimes get creative in bringing a watch up to speed. Because if this is an actual isolated diver, and I don't believe it is, that loom pip would be lit on the second hand, letting you know as a professional diver that this watch is running. So I don't believe it's a isolated diver. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, the second negative thing is going to be the bracelet. The bracelet could have been better. It doesn't have a diver's extension. It does have a milled clasp, but the hardware on here is pressed metal, some of it. So that's another thing that I don't like. Now, I do like the cushion case on this watch. I love the way they did the indices. The crystal in the literature, it says it's some sapphire coated mineral glass, but when I use my tester on here, it came up sapphire, so I guess that'll be sufficient. I do love the beveled edge on there, and I really love the dial on here, which has a brushing. It's a black brush dial. Let me see if I can show that. See, it has a vertical brushing on there, the dial. So I really do like that. I like the square hands on there. I like the date box window with the white wheel. But they could have put some loom on that second's hand. Seems like they, cut a corner right there. Now, the loom is not all that great either. The bezel has a 120 click bezel. Really nice detent. No back play at all on this one. And everything lines up. That's a plus. You got a screw down crown signed with the S. That's a plus. I like that. Really lovely brushing on this watch. It's all business. The whole watch is brushed. There's no polish on here. And up under the bezel, you get like a bead blasting finish. So the watch is all business. And I don't mind that for a tool watch. Only thing is, I don't know if I can call this a tool watch. You get a screw down back with an embossment of a diving bell helmet. It's a diver's helmet on the back. And I really, you don't get a twin trigger deploying on this one. You just get a fold over clasp with their name on there. And just a press fit. So there's no twin trigger deployment or anything for safety. This watch is coming in at a retail price of $550. It does have one magnificent thing to it. It is powered by an excellent 24 joule Miyota 9015 movement. Those are excellent workhorse movements. And believe me, with this watch being powered by that, without any hazards to the watch as far as water intrusion or anything like that, this watch will most likely outlast you and probably won't even need any servicing because Miyota 9015s are great movements. One of my favorite automatic workhorse movements. Now, looking at the pluses and the minuses, I think the watch is okay. I just gotta be honest with you. I can just only say it's gonna be okay. You do get a screw down crown. You do get excellent brushing. Maybe fit it with a NATO or something, you know. But I really think the bracelet could have been a lot better. You do get hacking and hand winding on this watch, and I think the loom could have been a lot better. So maybe they missed the boat a little bit on this vintage inspired diver, bringing it up to modern day standards. But it is what it is. Let's do some quick measurements on here and then we'll get out of here. About 43 millimeters across. The thickness on here is about 12, and then the lug to lug. Okay, it's just a scant 45 millimeters. So this will fit a lot of people. I'll show you what it looks like on my wrist, which is 7.25 inches. That's what it looks like on my wrist. So you're going to get a great fit. The finish on this watch is okay. Like I said, the things that I didn't like, I didn't like. But, you know, every watch has its downfalls. Every watch has its positive traits. You decide if this one's for you. Anyway, you can pick this up at azfinetime.com in the pre-owned section for a really great price. Give those guys a call and see if you want to make a deal for this, because I'm sure they can do better than what the manufacturer's doing. My name is Big E. That's the Watch Once Over. I'll talk to you on the next one. God bless and have a good one. See you next time.